Created some conversation in the industry, sometimes by accident, mostly on purpose for me. I was actually heading to the VA in Worcester last week, and I pulled up at a stoplight behind a huge Cadillac. It was a Escalade, right? And I swear to God, and if you guys are on LinkedIn, you've seen this, because I posted a picture on LinkedIn. It had a bumper sticker on the window that said, "I love fossil fuels." And I could not believe it. I've never seen anything like it. And I really did put it in the class of, I better take a picture here or it didn't happen because no one's going to believe me. So I made the joke on LinkedIn. It's not quite as good as a deadhead sticker on a Cadillac, right? But it brought out the most amazing people that just hate heat pumps. I could not believe they're even following me on LinkedIn, given what I do during my day job. And then what I preach all the time on this, right? So there is some people that just don't trust heat pumps. I don't know if they're just misinformed. They start blaming the grid and we can't change everybody to electric or we're not going to have rolling blackouts. And I mean, it was quite the leap, all over a sticker. So it was a first for me. I stayed out of the conversation, but everybody's passionate. There's two sides. I swear I must have hit like a political string or something. So yeah, if you're on LinkedIn, check it out. Join the conversation on that. And the last little thing I had, as far as what I've been up to, about a week and a half ago, I was able to teach a class for the Southeastern Massachusetts Building Officials Association. So they have a conference every year, and they invite people to teach code. So that way they get their hours, right? So most of the building officials in the state were there. So we're talking building inspectors for towns. And I did an HVAC and sheet metal code class. It was about an hour and a half. It was pretty good. A contractor joined me. So we had multiple perspectives. So when we got to the point of talking about the need for responsible licensing because of education and design, and having a license with the building inspector that can be enforced both ways, right? So if we have a problem as a contractor with a building official, then we have a board we can complain to. And then, of course, if they're inspecting stuff, there's a license that's tied to it, right? So right now, if you're not in Massachusetts and watching this, I don't want to say the Wild West, but there's multiple levels of enforcements all over the place with the most amazing costs when it comes to building permits. There's no standardization. It's really, really tough to work in some towns, right, because of that. So I'm going through talking about the need for licensing, and a building official in the back who's pretty well informed says, you're not going to get anywhere unless you have an apprenticeship program. And I thought that was interesting. But then he started walking through why. Basically, he's saying, you can't just grandfather everybody because they don't know what they're doing in the first place. If they're not pulling a permit and doing a manual J, then the rest of the process doesn't work, which I did not agree with. But, he was saying all the other trades need all this training. And I can't disagree. I think that most of our trade, in order to do a system correctly, you do the training prior to doing it. I think we have this level of knowledge before we have the courage or the confidence to go and do a system replacement or a new installation. Certainly chime in if you guys think it's different, but and don't get me wrong, a new system is a lot different than a replacement system. And I think that's where people may go wrong because they don't have the full education or they don't follow the process, right? But he's saying, 500 to 1,000 hours of training, and he equated it to plumbing and electrical and all these other trades that have apprenticeship programs. And I think it's double-edged, right? So we have such a problem with labor right now that we can't get enough people into our trades. We institute an apprenticeship program, it's going to slow it down even longer, where we could reward somebody that wants to learn the job quicker and actually picks it up faster, right? Because there isn't a requirement on years or hours. Maybe they can test out with certain training. I don't know the answer there, but I hate to say it, he wasn't wrong. We need more formalized training. And obviously, when I say we, it's not us, it's the royal we, right? You guys that are on here, obviously, you take this seriously, and you're looking for that training. It's the guys that we never see or never talk to that I get really worried about. But it keeps everybody that's on here gainfully employed, just like I used to say when I was working with my father. So
Hi, I'm Chris with HVAC Pro Blog, and I want to thank you for watching my videos every week. If you'd like to help support our channel more, head over to my Patreon page where I have options for as little as $8 a month. If you'd like to join the HVAC Design Society and get your questions answered, like I just showed you, we do this monthly for our elite members. So, a special shout out to all those HVAC Design Society members in order to help feed us with content and supporting the channel while getting your questions answered. Thanks for joining me this week at HVAC Pro Blog, where we provide advice for residential system design, quality installation, and system diagnosis. I'll see you soon.